Welcome back. I am JTV Max. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, what I've been up to. So, today there was a card show in my local area, right? If you are in the local area, definitely stop on by. Tons of great product. Phantasmal Flames is there. Yes, it's marked at, the typical current market price, not MSRP at all. But you probably can find some deals depending on, for tomorrow at least, Sunday. Most vendors usually like to do deals because they don't want to carry product back home, especially when they know it's liquid and they have cash on hand. So I was at this hotel and yeah, made a deal. So I'm gonna show you here in a minute what I traded away. Okay, so these two pictures up here are what I traded away. So I had a PSA 9 Charmander from Hidden Fates, the Ancient Mew CGC 8.5, Pikachu Gray Felt with Gray Felt hat, PSA 9, the Japanese, I believe it's the Skarmory PSA 10, and then the Entei from Crown Zenith PSA 10, plus some of the other single raw cards listed below. So the vendor, hey, well, he was obviously the market is very indifferent, right? And having graded cards, having raw cards, inventory, and just being stuck holding the bag, right? It's a risk, right? But you know, as I stated in my title, I am a buyer of certain things, right? Of certain products. This is what I am doing. You do whatever you want to do, and just make sure at the end of the day that you love the deal, right? I do, of course, at every show, I do a loop around, a look at everyone's product. I'm looking for certain things that come in with a game plan, and you know what I'm willing to, essentially be negative on because of future potential that I see as a collector. I'm not saying investing, just as a collector, right? And so these cards to me, I've had that I traded away. I've had for either extremely recent, like within 2-3 months, maybe if that, or actually no, probably within the last month, like when the decline started to happen. Some of these cards, but like the Pikachu with Gray Felt hat and the Ancient Mew, I've had those for like since they came out, right? So and the PSA 10 Skarmory, I believe it is, the Japanese card, I won that, right? In like a $25 pick a pack thing. So that card's now worth 300 and some dollars over a couple recent sales. So, I mean, I've had it for a while. That's why I chose to trade it away. All those other single raw cards I've pulled for, for however amount of months or years, right? I've just had. And the buyer, the seller, I should say, was able to work a deal with my price point. I just didn't want to be so high in cash. He explained his, and I'm going to show you now what I bought and why we had to negotiate and why he took the raw cards. He was trying to get to a price point, but I'll let you do all the math right there. And I did add some cash, right, on top of the products I did buy. But once again, I love this deal because it is exactly what I was looking for. So without further ado, you saw my picture. I did pick up a Brilliant Stars booster box in the case. He was able to work the deal with the case, which I am extremely happy for because cases are expensive. So I was between Brilliant Stars and Lost Origin, right? Yes, they're down X amount of dollars, whatever, don't care. Sword and Shield product, they're not reprinting this, right? They're not reprinting it. It's going to be hard to find in the next, month, 3 months, 9 months, year, 3 years, right? It just, for me, it's a no-brainer, especially when the market is slightly declining. Now, Brilliant Stars they do have some, I think the buyers are stepping in now, because obviously if you watch enough Pokemon YouTube, everyone's telling everybody what to buy, right? I'm just giving you what I put my, cards to work towards, plus my hard-earned money, right? This just makes sense. I finally connected that dot where, of course, I want to buy these chase cards, that are Scarlet and Violet, or, even right now with the new Mega Evolution era. Yes, I want to buy it. I fight the urge because I'm like, no, they're going to keep reprinting this. There's a second wave of Phantasmal Flames. I got lucky, at GameStop. Why can't I get lucky again at GameStop when they drop wave number 2? So I got to put my emotions right, and I know it's hard, and especially if you're watching this channel or watch any other Pokemon YouTubers, that fear of missing out is real, right? The product is there, it's 120% marked up from the MSRP, or around that range, and you just want to buy it, right? It's just so easy to be like, oh, I'll just buy it and open it, and then you get nothing, and you did that for what, right? And now you're like, oh, I should have just went with my original game plan, right? So of course I feel that too. I stuck to my original game plan, and with those cards I just previously shown you, this is one of 3 items that I was able to pick up. So really happy with that. Let me put that down gently. The next one I have been hunting and shopping for on the marketplace, and the price point was exactly what I was willing to pay. And plus, recent sales, they are starting to tick back up, which, once again, this product is definitely not being reprinted. It has the promo, right, which, once again, don't fall for the hype of certain things. You'll just get stuck holding the bag, right? If you love the promo inside this, then that's great. But if not, just don't FOMO into it unnecessarily. So, a Hidden Fates ETB, clean. Happy to have it. Finally have it. I miss the, the days when it was on the shelf and no one wanted to pick this up because there were so many of them. But now, I woke up, I was able to make a deal, put my my cards to work, plus a little bit of cash, and this was the second item I bought. So, that was part of the trade. Really happy about that. Ecstatic once again. And then the last one was a toss-up between a Surging Sparks Pokemon Center, right? Because I'm only buying Pokemon Center unless it's like part of a bulk deal where an ETB is, wrapped up in the deal because the seller wants to sell the lot. It was between the product I ended up taking or Surging Sparks Pokemon Center ETB. Once again, I was like, around the same price point. Let me see if I can get this a little bit cheaper. Once again, rarity then kicked into my mind. I was like, okay, stick to your game plan. Surging Sparks will be around. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to find a Pokemon Center ETB in the future, especially with the holidays coming up, or from other future shows in the holiday period. So I was like, okay, let me just pump the brakes on my own thought process on like, oh, just buy it. And I ended up going with, drum roll please, the Arceus V-Star Ultra Premium Collection. Okay, I remember when these was at GameStop, in everywhere for, I believe it was like $90. Everyone was there was tons of these, and I was like, I don't want it. Like, I don't know why I did that. Even with the Charizard UPC when it was everywhere for like $100, $90, Best Buy, Walmart, whatever, Target, you could find these 2 products because it came out either at the same time or dang near close at the same time. But I think this is, once again, Sword and Shield era. It's going to be hard to find. They're not making any more of these. They've already printed this enough or made enough of these, and I finally have it in my collection, right? I keep saying collection because it's a collection. It's my collection. This is what I'm doing. So yeah, that was today, right? Today's Saturday, at least when this video is being currently recorded. It is Saturday the 15th of November. Just got back and I couldn't wait to make a video. Shout out to the vendor. I believe he said his Instagram was Snakes and Stones. So yeah, shout out to him. He was able to work a deal with me, and they were the only ones that have essentially these products at a reasonable price point. Once again, I don't know if he wanted to get rid of them or whatever the case, but I'm glad I was able to make a deal. Thank you for stopping by. If you like the content, please like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Let me know if you think it was a good deal or not. Let me know if you think it was a bad deal. Either way, I am so happy to have these products finally, and I love the deal I did. So at the end of the day, you just gotta love what you're doing with your collection, and that's really at the end of at the end of the day, just as long as you're happy, then hey, it's a win-win for everyone. Thank you for stopping by, and yeah, I'll catch you on the next video.